Hey, it's Frankenmint. So anyway, I wanted to create this quick one to profess my love for the vortex. The vortex is the shit. This thing is amazing, dude. I've been using these char griller baskets for the past couple of years on this Weber Performer that I got for like $50 on a used special. It looks disgusting right now because I cleaned it once really well, and then it's been a couple of years of just heavy seasonal use, right? So for whatever reason, the freaking the little starter punch still works. That's incredible, right? Well, I wasn't expecting to make this video, but here I am making this video. It's Memorial Day. I am on round 2. I just reloaded some more coals here, and if you look at them, they are billowing hot. This is probably not safe or to spec, but I don't really care. I'm going to give it a couple of minutes, and then I will close the lid up again, and I will let them ash all the way over, and then I will throw in this next round of veggies. I've already gotten the chicken done. I got some shrimps I'm going to get done later. But back to what we're talking about here. Let me go ahead and close this. I don't want to start a house fire here. Yeah, and that's a little trick. See, so what you do is, it was getting hotter and hotter, and so the fire was getting bigger and bigger, and this is gonna clearly like go all the way to the bottom here, right? But don't worry, we have the vents open, and so it is not a bomb. I'm not worried about that. So I was using these char griller baskets for the longest time because I like to do the whole little zones kind of thing, and I got them both. I got this and I got the vortex cone at the same time. I've not ever used the vortex cone until today. The thing about this was it kind of got the job done. It worked well. I tended to keep it together kind of like the way the vortex cone looks, to just kind of keep it centered. The very first time, like as an adult, right, as an adult trying to grill, I attempted to keep them separate, like on the edges, like one here and then one there, right? And when I did that, I found that, quickly figured out that, oh, I have to deal with fire management now. This sucks. What the fuck, right? And so, because, like one was on, one was off, and it was kind of cold outside. It was, well, it wasn't cold outside. It was that it was late. It was already getting like this late when I was just trying to start, and it was, already kind of this late in the day. And so pretty much, I would just keep these together kind of like how you see at the center of the grill. And it works fine. Like it gets the job done. However, I have to constantly reload it, and I would have to constantly reuse the propane to relight it. Between all of the evils, I would say you don't want to taste this white smoke cooking on your food, but you also do not want to taste the propane burn off cooking on your food. And I've tasted both, and the thing is, it's funny because the people I've shared my barbecue with who aren't really like barbecue people, like they don't like really know any better, they're like, this is delicious, and I'll be like, thank you, that's very, very, very kind. But knowing the reality is it's actually kind of subpar because I'm tasting the imbued flavor from the propane, which is right here, or from, having to have a whole bunch of meat mid-cook, right? Because so the way I do it is I go big. I usually have, I do a chicken wave, and then I tend to do a steak wave, and then I tend to do a third kind of meat wave at minimum, and then I do vegetables. So there tends to be about 3 to 4 waves of barbecue, and my barbecuing tends to be about 3 or more hours, just over the course of time. And so, yeah, it's usually a day event. And so what happens is, started learning early on that about halfway through your cook, you need to go in and, wow, look at that. My neighbor's got a kettle. That's cool. Like, I've never seen them have a kettle before. I'm not going to put their backyard on blast. That's kind of violating privacy, in my opinion. I don't mind taking this risk and putting my backyard on blast because, hey, I'm risking the privacy for you to hang with me. But yeah, right. So I love the vortex cone because it has a nice center that gets really to temp. Like, it really concentrates it to temp right in the center and can get really nice charring temperatures really fast. And the fact that it holds more volume of charcoal than these do. If I try to hold more charcoal than these can hold, they sort of like brim over, and there's sort of a wider area of direct heat. But like you have to kind of balloon it out. It doesn't seem to work. Whereas with this vortex cone, as you can see, it's getting right up to the grate, and so it's like a greater surface area of meat. I mean, not of meat, of charcoal and stuff. Reaching it. There we go. It's burning my eyes because of the white smoke. Okay, so see, this is good. You see, and it already like turned off, so that's what we want. And there's still a little bit of white smoke left, and I think it's because, yeah, like I said, the charcoals are still gassing out. Oh, you just missed it. I just saw a crow pooping. I don't, like, that's wild. I just saw a crow pooping. Anyhow, yeah, like, so this white smoke is outgassing from kind of like the nasty stuff that you don't necessarily want. That's like in the fuel source, right? It needs to get burned off, and what you'll want is you want the smoke to be clear, not white like this. And it'll start to run clear once, or even just much reduced, you know, much reduced. Yeah, and at that point, it should be kind of ready to go. I'm gonna give it a couple more minutes, and this will be good. Then these veggies will be good to throw onto the grill. And for these, I was asked if I could just kind of try to put these more towards the center. The last batch of zucchinis that I did, I kind of had them towards the outside of the ring, and some of them looked perfect and others didn't. I'm not quite sure how this corn is going to turn out. To do these, it was just really simple. I just used a little bit of avocado oil that was like in a spray kind of format, because that has like a higher burn point. Right, so 100% avocado oil, sprayed it along, and then I just kind of used I think it's called like an everything, what was it called? It's like an everyday seasoning, has like a little bit of salt, pepper, and garlic powder and stuff in it. And then these little chunks look like they're granulated garlic, and so that's probably what that is. And that's a nice little good baseline mix. Nice and salty, a little peppery, a little garlicky. And so we'll cook this down, and then once like the corn is cooked, I'll just butter them up and they'll be good. And with these mushrooms, what I found is you kind of want to have it so that this side is facing down, and by doing that, you'll have less chance of it burning, because all the water will come down on it. And so it'll act as sort of a buffer. This side doesn't char as well as this side on the zucchinis, but you do have to be careful. It's possible to overcook zucchinis on the grill, and it's just a bad time. And so what happened was I cooked these on the outer side of the ring, right on this vortex. When I mean the outer side, I mean like kind of all right here in this area, not in the center. And oh, this is bad. This is getting hot. I don't know what to do. It's getting too hot. Okay. I think it's about ready. But before I go, right. I really like the vortex cone over the char grill basket, because the vortex cone, it gets the barbecue hotter because it gets the charcoals in a higher dome that's built up closer to the top, and it allowed me to more adequately reload charcoal, fresh charcoal mid-grill, and I didn't have to use the propane to get it back up to temp. And I was able to do it right at a cutoff point, and because it was in that little cone section, all I had to do was I used the tongs to lift the grate itself, right? The tongs to lift the grate itself, and then I just loaded more charcoal in here. And as we can see here, it's already we've already got a new layer ashed out, and it's looking really good. So we're gonna go and get this started. So, and actually, before I get started, let's just clear this off from the last run here. It's kind of tough. I'm used to having two hands, Oh. You see, that's what I'm saying. You gotta be kind of careful because, oh, I missed the grate. Oh, that's not good. Okay, see that? I missed the grate. Okay, so I'll get this going. Sorry. There we go. Got it. My eyes are on fire because of the smoke. Okay. I gotta hurry up. This fire's starting to get hot. Yeah, too hot for the too hot for me. Okay. Alright, so we're gonna close this. It is burning. Alright. Okay. Yeah, I gotta do my lawn. Sorry. I gotta work on that. Alright, so, yeah, this is ready to go. I'm gonna put this on. Like I was saying, final thoughts were, I love the cone because the vortex cone allows you to be able to reload charcoal, less often, and so you don't have to be interacting with the propane, so it's less chance of mucking up the flavors of the food. And it lasts longer between uses with charcoal, so that was good. And as you saw kind of in there, I was able to kind of use like a but I could do that with whatever, where I just a little piece of foil and some wood chips soaked in water. In fact, I think I might reload that. Yeah, but yeah, those are all my thoughts. Let me get my hand back. Thank you for tuning in. If you like what I'm about and up to, please feel free to like and subscribe. Thank you and take care.